Good morning. Okay, let's get started here. 5, 4, 5, 4. Today I'm going to focus on the angle of my dice when I'm starting here. So I have a little bit of an angle because when I release them, I want to make sure they're square here. So I'm just bringing it straight down, and it puts an angle on a dice rather than coming in straight like I always do. So we can work on release so that get them straight at the end of the table. 2, 6, 8. We got John, we got Mad Hatter, we got Clint. Focus, he says. Six, 4, 10. Just about 5 weeks before I go on a cruise. 5 to 6 weeks. So this is the last couple of weeks of practice here. And in the dungeon here today, it's actually good practice for the cruise because the humidity is very high in here today. 358. Got a 44% humidity in the room today. Mark gave you away. We got Red checking in. Good morning. Aces. Before I go on the cruise, I'm going to be entering the shooter competition again this year, so we'll see how that goes. Short, our Clint's coming in there too. And nothing to be worried about, bud. The further you go in the rounds, the more stressful because you make it stressful. Like I said, is the shooter competition. But 156. It's the best on that day. Let's put it that way. I've seen some very, very, very good shooters go out very early in the competition. I've seen some so shooters make it all the way to the end. I was one of them the first year. At that time, I didn't know nearly what I know now. So I mean, it is what it is. One, 3, 4. But the stress, I think, comes from what you put on yourself, actually. So we all want to look good in front of everybody, in front of our peers and that. And, that's my daily struggle, my daily demon. Is doing well on a daily basis for you guys, which has pushed me to some degree to become better, in my opinion. By 5, hard 10. But I need that extra push, others I don't do it. Morning, Chris. Spent a lot of time this weekend working on the app. I put in probably about 25 hours this weekend. It's looking good. It's looking really good. excited about it. 4, 5, 5, 6, yo. I'm excited about it. It's gonna have a betting engine. It's gonna have a dice component, throwing a component. It's going to have coaching, the blue collar crap style throwing, as well as a system called ARM. It stands for Advanced Rhythm Rolling, 6-5 yo. So it's going to teach you how to set the dice, what to look for, how to change between sets, all that type of stuff. So pretty cool. Good morning, Greg. On the show here, I pretty much do the blue collar crap style dice setting. I have in the past did the Advanced Rhythm Rolling, but that was a no roll, 3-1. But once I get the program developed, and I'm going to be training myself to become the Advanced Rhythm Rolling as well. It'll be a lot easier to do so once the app is done. Now I was a little bit wild. 2-5. 2-5-7. Double pitch. 5-4-9. So anyhow, let's had a good weekend here. Let's have a good week. We had a good Friday as well. But let's have a good week here. Let's start the show. Welcome to Level Up with CMJ. My name is Joe, and this is my Craps Master Dice Shooting Journey. Let's make it yours too. Today's episode number 742 of the Level Up program, and it's about my daily practice of shooting dice at the craps table, as well as playing a blue collar craps style play. On the YouTube side of things, we've got John from Southern California checking in number 1. We got Mad Hatter. Clint is checking in. We got Red checking in, as well as BV Wood. Demon Dog Chris from Illinois is here. Uncle Hoku snuck in here. I didn't see you. Good morning, Uncle Hoku. And I'm not sure if I said hi to BV Wood, so we got BV Wood. There you are. Yeah, okay. And Greg from Madison area. We got Kevin Scott checking in. 85 Bears. My good morning to all. So anyhow, let's get started here. Last Friday, we had a good session. We had an 18.0 SOR, 4 shooters. We did 70-some throws in the hour and some odd minutes that were going live last week, Friday. So we made some money on Crapsee, and we're starting to build back. We took a little bit of a loss probably the first couple days of last week, but Friday was a recovery day, so we were able to recover some. So anyhow, we're gonna start off today with our bankroll at $10,311. My goal is to get to 10,400. So a pretty small goal today. Again, I do like an 8% goal. If I had a stop loss, it'd be around that 10,092 mark. So anyhow, our bet sizes today are gonna be around $73 to start off with. And if I was to do the horseman, we're gonna be at the 25 $25 level for the horseman. And remember, we're doing lower bets now. I'm practicing for my cruise that's coming up at the end of March, and I'm going to be going in with a bankroll of around $1,500 to start the week off, and we'll work it from there. But anyhow, let's get started here. Let's go $15 on that pass line. And we'll call it all bets set and dice out. And while I was talking, we had Rody check in. We got Moxon checking in and Joel Toy Craps checking in. So good morning to all. Okay, let's get started. Again, we're working on our dice positioning before the throw. So what I'm doing is I'm coming in at an angle now today, because if I bring my hand up, I'm going to make sure it's squared to the back wall once released. When it releases, I'm just going to bring it down, and that's the angle that I'm at right there. So we're at a slight angle, pinky underneath, looking at our landing zone, and I throw it in the hook and screw it up totally. Total Joe here. 257 pass line winner. Come out 7. Come out natural loser for that DP. Okay, let's stop talking. Let's start throwing here. And okay, the king, the come out king here, as Jen calls me. Got a little bit of a, I don't know if it's a cold or allergies this morning, so I'll be doing a little bit of coughing here. So hopefully you guys can handle that. Again, $15 pass line bet. 25 people playing along here, and we've got 25 people watching live. That's awesome. Hey, dice out. 5, 4, 5, 4. And we got a 6, 3, 9. It's the Hollywood and Vine. So we're marking a point of 9. First point for the day. 5, 4, 5, 4 is going to have left off axis. Single pitch on the right side. And like I said, we have what, $73 per shooter here. So let's go 66 inside. We'll put that's a horse apiece. We'll put $15 on the 10. So we've got $81 on the table currently. 5, 4, 5, 4. You know what we're gonna do, as long as we're here, we're gonna do the horseman also, so do both strategies at the same time. $25 come bet, or don't come back, DC bet. And all bets set, dice out. The reason we did the DC is it's a horseman strategy. We're going to try to get our comp value up a little bit more. Four, 3, 7. Okay, double pitch. Okay, early 7-0. Not unusual for me in the beginning of the session. 5, 4, 5, 4. We're going to stick with the Hardway set. One more series here and see how it goes. So lost 91. That's the worst roll that we can get that at, because they have the most money on the table that's at risk there. So unfortunate, but factual. $15 pass line bet again. And all bets set. Dice up. See craps, all the dots, all the spots. Midnight pass line loser. Push for the DP. Come on, get over there. There we go. The drift of the dice. So let's go, Joe. Let's get some decent bets in here again. $15 pass line bet. All bet set. Face up. That's a no roll. No roll, 6-1. Both dice did not get back down to in a table. Four, 6, 10. That is Waylon's best friend on that end. Daddy Joe. So marking a point at 10. And this is going to be a right die off axis this time. Okay, again, we're going to go 66 inside. This time we have that 10 cover with the pass line, so let's go $25 in the DC. 5, 4, 5, 4. I could say no roll, never 7. Yeah, wouldn't that be nice, Greg? I'm trying to be honest and transparent here, so how about set and dice out? That would be nice if we could do that, but on the ship they will call it, even if it's a 7, they'll call it no roll. So three hard 6 double degen. Hit number 1. Primary backside both dice. Okay. We get paid out $21 on that one, so let's go 22 inside pressure. So we're dropping $1 to get there, and we're gonna go $25 on that combat. Again, all bets set. Dice up. Two hard, 4 hard, fuzzy 4. 2 is going to cruise. Brian from Holy Roller. 5, 4, 5, 4. Primary bottom side both dice. That was no help for me, unfortunately. Combat does travel to the 4, though. Let's go another combat. We're still looking for hit number 2 here. And all but set. Dice out. No roll. 6, 5. Actually, that is a roll. That is a roll. That did hit the back wall. It's a 6, 5 yo. I was just checking. It didn't look like it from my end, but it did hit. So 4, 5, 4. We got a 6, 5 yo. And that was a combat winner there. So this will be our last combat. We're just going to up and, even though it was a payout, we still keep it up, and it's considered bet number 4 now. And I'll call that all bet set. Thanks so much. No roll. For 6-10, that would have been a winner 10. Come on, Joe, get the dice all the way down to the end of the table. 4-5 harrah 9. Big Daddy. That's a 9-finger Joe, actually. 9-finger Joe. 4-5-4 single pitch of the dice. Okay, so we can bring our box numbers down. We're done with the horseman strategy, so let's bring our box numbers down. Let's go 18 on the 6, 8, 15 on that field. We're using the field spread across. There is no hop bets on the ship, so I'm not going to be able to hop the 5s. So we're going to play it as if I'm at the ship. So hopefully I will not throw a 5. Actually, yeah, we're going to do that. Okay, all bets set. Excellent. Short on that landing zone. Another 9, 6-3, 9 Hollywood and Vine again. So I will take that. That's awesome. 4-5-4. We got a 6-3-9. Left off axis again. All we need is that 8 for you guys. All we need is the 8. Okay, we got 15 hours on that field, so let's pick up 15 on that 5. And all bets set. Dice out. Three, 5, 8. Grape ape. And that is going to be the tall, ladies and gentlemen. So let's light up half of that screen green. There's a single pitch of the dice. It can be dull. no ATP. Now, some of the cruises, the cruise I'm going on to, it does not. But some of the cruises, Kevin, do have an ATS. I think the MCS cruises do. But anyhow, that was an 8. We lost that field bet, so let's go up 15 hours on the field again. Can remember 3, 6, 5, 6, or 8 wins is considered one field win. Yeah, some of the cruises do have ATS. This one, the Royal Caribbean, does not have any side bets at all, but they only have limited odds and blah, blah, blah. So it is what it is, but dice out. Another 8, 3, 5, 8, grape ape. Another single pitch of the dice. That's another $6 profit here. Nice. If we hit, actually we hit, I only got one come bet up there right now. That's on that 4. Go back up again, 15 hours on that field. Yeah, we got 5, 4, 5, 4. Princess has ATS. Okay, thanks, John. They saw it. So it's not MCS, it's Princess that has it. I know one of them does. I have never been on that cruise line, so been exclusively Royal Caribbean so far. Two, 3, 5. Justice Gen 5. I think that knocked my DC off, I think. No, it did not. It did not. That's good. I don't know what I'm thinking here. Okay, so that was a third field loss, but that's considered one field win. So we're going to go back up $15 on the field. We'll go pick up the 9 for 15. 5, 4, 5, 4. All bet set. Face out. Little wild throw. 3, 7. Okay. So that is an ouch. 4, 5, 4 double pitch. So hopefully we'll be able to recoup some on this roll. I made $21. Woohoo! Yeah, Kevin, she does go on a lot of cruises. Her and Alfredo and Brian, Holy Roller. And then Giuseppe goes on a lot of them as well. And Rich from Seattle. So those are the big craps players. Don Wood does a lot of them. Yeah. So, okay. Again, $15 pass line bet. Let's see if we can continue this roll here. I will see if I'm going to do, probably not going to do the horseman this time, but anyhow, I'll bet set. Days off. Three, 1, 4, medium-sized Joe from Raps Master Journey. So it's marked at point of 4. So what about those Olympics? Has anybody been watching them at all? I heard that the hockey team is continuing on. I did watch a little bit of curling last night. I don't understand that at all. How it scores and all that stuff. I have no clue. 66 inside is what we're going to go with, plus the pass line, and we'll call that good at $81 on the table. And our bet size is around 73, so we're a little bit above our bet size, but 4, 5, 4. And all bets set. They saw it. Two, 6, 8. Duracell 8. Hit number 1. 5, 4, 5, 4. Look, right die off axis. So it's pretty much the United States and Canada are the two big teams this year, I'm assuming. They're red. That's what kind of gathered from watching the different things. I'm really not into hockey though. My stepson is though big time. I'll go 22 inside pressure, drop $1 to get there. And I'll bet set. Peace out. No roll. How convenient. 3, 4, 7. That right die did not get all the way down. That was a double pitch. So we're doing a lot of double pitching today here. And another 3-4. So, okay, that's going to be an ouch. So that one's going to hurt a little bit. Again, that's 2 losers and 1 winner so far today. So we are definitely changing sets here. 5, 4, 2, 3. So 3 and 11 and a 3. So the rest of these rolls today should be double digit or better, hopefully. Okay, again, $15 pass line bet. Still above our stop loss here. We got $60 left on there. So in reality, if I would be losing on this shooter, this would be my last shooter on a real table. But of course, we're going to continue to go because it's a show that I have for another 35 minutes. It's out. And we got a 2, 1, 3 ace deuce. I do believe that one's touching. Actually, it's not. So we don't have to record that. We're not recording that one. That was an overall. Sorry. It is not touching, so we're not counting it. 5, 4, 2, 3. Three, 2, 5, Justice Gen 5. So let's mark that point of 5. 5, 4, 2, 3. 3, 2, 5. Result. Okay, so let's go 66 inside. Let's pick up that 10. Again, $81 on the table. 5, 4, 5, 4. And all bets set is all. Seriously, Joe. 3, 2, 5, no roll. Yeah. Come on now. What's happening is I'm getting more up and down pressure rather than forward pressure on the dice. Two, 6, 8, Duracell 8. 5, 4, 2, 3, 2, 6, 8. Again, 5, 4, 2, 3 is the next set. 20, we're going to 17 inside pressure. And all that set. That's all. So Mad Hatter wants to know how the focus is going. Probably focusing too much, actually. Be almost more counterproductive. 2, 4, 6. Kevin the Carpenter 2 at 4. So we finally get out of this shooter here. 5, 4, 2, 3. We got a 2, 4, 6. Is there snowing by you? It's actually very, very nice here in Wisconsin. But anyway, that was enough to get all the shooter. Let's bring our bets down. We're going with 18, 18, and 15 here. And we'll do a quick weather report here in Wisconsin. 37 degrees. Feels like 32 with the wind chill. Got 44% humidity. Actually, it's down to 42% in the room right now. We're at 64.2 degrees actually in the room. So that's how much has changed since I started the show here. But anyhow, we'll call that all bets set. And dice out. One, 4, 5, truck and camper. Of course, it's the only number I don't have covered. This is killing me. This is killing me today. Oh, actually, I did have a card because that was a winner 5. What am I thinking? Huh. Okay. So our box numbers turn off. I'm not focusing on the right things here today, Mad Hatter, right? Okay. So anyhow, we'll go $15 pass line bet. All of our box numbers are turned off. Looking for a new point here. And dice out. Four, 2, 6. Holy cannoli, 4, 2, 6. 4, 2, 3. We got a 4, 2, 6 result. So let's take that $18 down. We'll go 15 on that 5. We'll go 15 on that field. Using that field to spread across here. And all bets set. They saw it. Two, 4, 6, winner 6. Kevin the Carpenter, 2 by 4. Point made, point hit, buckshot, Buckeye buckshot. So that was a push for me as well. Getting box numbers are turned off. $15 on that pass line. And all bets set. Dice out. 4, 2, 3. Five, 6, Yo Chef. That's a pass line winner. Come out natural loser for the DP. 4, 2, 3, 5, 6, Yo. We'll just collect that so we can get a little bit up on our bets a little bit. So we are actually in profit so far. Barely. 5, 4, 2, 3. Still looking for a point here. Dice out. 36 people playing along. We got 31 people watching live. Slow day in Crapsee, but a good day on the live stream. One, 4, 5. Truck and camper. We're on at 5 now. Again. So we're hitting a lot of inside numbers here. Which is not good for that field bet, but It is my strategy, so I gotta kind of stick with it, because when I deviate, that's when things go south for me. So let's bring this down. Let's go 18 on that 6, 15 on that field. It's still $2 in on this shooter yet. Pretty sad. But I'm 8 rolls in, I'm still $2 in. But it is what it is. Okay. I'll bet set. There's so much. Three, 5, 8. Great, babe. Five, 4, 2, 3. 3, 5, 8. Okay, I'm going to do this. Since we're throwing instant numbers, we're coming off that field. We're going to do 66 inside, so let's go 15 on that 9. That way we're in profits now on this shooter. 5, 4, 2, 3. Only by $4, but start trend betting from here now. Since we're hitting primarily inside numbers. Face out. $5.60, old chef. I told you, man. I'd come off that damn thing, and that's all throws fields now. It is what it is. 4, 2, 3, and we got a 5.60. Yo. And that was no help for me. I have no idea what elevation I'm at. That's something I should probably check out. That's interesting. Let's set and this out. Kind of went to the hook a little bit. We got a 6, 4, 10. That is Waylon's best friend on that end. Sorry, Glenn. That's no help for me because I'm on the inside. Told you, we go off the field and that's all it throws fields now. Typical. 5, 4, 2, 3. I don't know if you're asking me, Red, but I'm on a PC. I am definitely not an Apple person. Lake Michigan is 570 above, okay, sea level, okay. And I am actually, I'm about 3.5 blocks away from Lake Michigan. So add another 10 feet because I'm about 10 feet above the Lake Michigan. So I'm at 580. That's funny. Okay, oh, that's set. They sold. Ace deuce. I told you, man. All fields now. All fields. Damn it. 4, 2, 3. Ace deuce. Guess that shows the importance of sticking to your strategy. Still $4 to the positive here. So at least I'm not in the hole. And all bets set. Place out. Four, 3, 7. Damn it. Okay. Another double-digit roll. That's we have primary hit that time. Front side. Trend bet your trend. So if you want to make money, just bet opposite of what I'm doing and you should make money. Okay, I made $4 on that, so we are down yet about $150 for the day, thereabouts. Okay, $15 pass line bet again. And all bet set. They sucked. See, there's no way that Minnesota is higher than Wisconsin is. I'm just teasing. Okay, all bets set here. They saw. Six to 8. There's the light. Not a good throw, but we'll mark that point of 8. 4, 2, 3. We got a 6 to 8 result. Clint is $18 up. Yeah. The highest hill is a hill. What does that say? The highest point in Wisconsin is actually Rib Mountain, believe it or not, Joel, if I'm not mistaken. Rib Mountain, that's in near Wausau, near Stevens Point, Wisconsin. So anyhow, enough of that. 66 inside. We'll pick up the 10. All bet set. Dice odds. Short 156. KitchenAid mixer. That left eye did roll back quite a bit. Caught the diamond. Weird. Oops, that was a 5. Get over there. 156. There we go. At 4, 2, 3. And then we have 156. Highest point in Iowa is either a wind turbine or corn. You're not wrong there, Clint. I lived in Iowa for a while, so you are not wrong there, my friend. I will say this, though. When I lived in Iowa and they got 1 inch of snow, everything shut down. And I understand why, because the wind whips through there so much, so fast that everything ices up. So let's go 17 inside pressure. So everything ices up, and it's actually very difficult to drive, and that's why I understand why everything shuts down. Whereas we get snow up here, and it gets slippery, but it's deeper snow usually. That's how it's. Three, 5, 8. Great babe. That one barely got all the way down. That's gonna be a winner 8, so that puck will turn off. That one barely got down there all the way. 5, 4, 2, 3. 3, 5, 8. Superior's at 600. Tim's Hill. Okay. Tim's Hill is the tallest. Okay. I did not know that. Well, then I'm wrong. Mark that on the calendar. I am wrong, Joel. Goddamn fact checkers around here, I'll tell you. Okay, so all of our bets are turned off. We are at $15 on the pass line bet. You already marked it. Okay, that's good. So all bets set here, and dice out. Rib Mountain must be the second tallest then. Check it out. Yeah, here we go. Ooh, that was a bounce. 156. KitchenAid mixer. So it's marked for a coin of 6. Okay. I am debating here because we have $36 for up back here. That was our. We hit a second hit was our pass line bet. The smart play is we're 4 rolls in, bring our bets down below the 8 and 9, so that way we are still in the shooter, but only for $12. No, smart play is only to play a 6 and 8. So we're gonna hope for 6 or 8, so we can spread out here. Okay. Mark that on the calendar. I was right, Joel. It says 9 feet higher, so maybe you were correct. So yeah, I was almost positive it was, but I've been known to be wrong occasionally. 5, 4, 2, 3, days out. But Tim Hill, I've heard of that. I just don't know where that's at. Five, 1, 6, 1 or 6 right away. Okay. Yeah. But if you know anything about Wisconsin is all nothing but hills and ups and downs, and it's all glacial related. So when the glaciers came in, they took dirt in, left dirt here. It's just a lot of up and down stuff. So nothing huge, but big enough. Yeah, 9 feet to a mountain. Yeah, that's right. That rib mountain's actually pretty small. It's maybe like a mile wide, 2 miles wide. Who knows? Yeah, maybe a little more than that. But anyhow, that was a winner. 6. So the puck turns off. We're going to stick with $15 on our pass line bet. And 5, 4, 2, 3 day set. Dice up 38 people playing along here. 28 people watching live. Dice out. $415 truck and camper. So we are on the 5 now. Marking a point of 5. 5, 4, 2, 3, 4, 1, 5. And let's go $18 in that 6. So we are actually at break even exactly here. Yeah, isn't that true, huh? 5, 4, 3. Thank you, Mad Hatter. All about set. Days out. But we have some pretty cool land formations around here. We have the bluffs. And if you've ever been to Wisconsin Dells, that's some really cool areas that are on there also. No roll. 415. That would have been a winner 5, but no roll. Lots of different diverse terrains here. Everything from the North Woods to the mountains, Rib Mountain, to the Cranberry Bogs and Madison area and all that stuff. It's a lot of diverse things. So we have rolling plains and we have the North Woods and everything in between. A little bit hard on that one. 268 to Duracell 8, so it's marked at point of 8. Actually, no, that's a hit. It's not a marking a point. That is a 5, 4, 2, 3, 268. So that'll be a press. That is awesome. So let's go $15 on that 9. or just spread it out a little bit. Run profit just slightly. 5, 4, 2, 3. And all bets set. They stopped here. I split apart when I left my fingers. We got lucky. Sorry, Joe. 415 truck and camper. Okay. So point made, point hit, puck turns off. I did split apart when I left my fingers just slightly on that one, which is usually a bad sign because it usually is a bad number. So we've rolled 8 times. We've only rolled 3 numbers so far. 5, 4, 2, 3. Puck turns off. $15 pass line there. Don't forget Ed Gein. Ed Gein's not from around here, I don't think, Chris. We had Jeffrey Dahmer's from Wisconsin. That's who we had. Maybe Gein. Yeah, Gein was from Wisconsin too, was he? I can't remember. We had Jeffrey Dahmer. All bets set. Peace out. We also had Stephen Avery. Stephen Avery, actually, that all happened a mile from where I grew up. 1 mile away from my house. Peace out. No row. 6, 5. Wow, that popped off. OMC craps, all the dots, all the spots. Midnight. Cast line loser. Push on the DP. Drift of the dice. You bought some jerky from Jeffrey. I don't think so, buddy. Okay, back up $15 on that pass line. And I'll bet set. Place up. 4, 6, 10. Again, Waylon's best friend on the den. Daddy Joe. 5, 4, 2, 3, and 4, 6, 10. Okay, we're on to 10 now. And we're just gonna keep our bets as they are. $72 brought back, $66 on the table. 5, 4, 2, 3. Chitlins. I don't know what that is, Greg. Is that a Madison thing? Chitlins? Nice out. For hard 8 square pair. Okay, that's gonna be a nice hit for us. 5, 4, 2, 3. I shouldn't say nice, but it is a hit. Finally. Let's go 17 inside pressure right away. Five, 4, 2, 3. It's a southern thing, okay. Fried pork skin. It's like boiled peanuts. Ugh. Ugh. Fried pork skin, that is a thing in Wisconsin. I really have not done it though. Get these out. It's beyond me. 549, the hard 9, Big Daddy Mac. 423, 549. Let's pick up that 5 for 15. So he's starting to make a little bit of a profit here. Have you ever had raw peanuts? Raw peanuts are disgusting. I used to work for a bakery that we used to make roasted peanuts every so often. I thought, that's awesome. It's like, I took a big handful, threw in my mouth. That was a big mistake. Nice of it. Six, 4, 10. And that's gonna be a winner 10, so that puck will turn off. 5, 4, 2, 3, and 6, 4, 10. Okay. So $15 pass line bet there. Good morning, Peaky Tea Crab. Should I call you Peaky or should we call you Crabby? Everything from Wisconsin's New Glarus. New Glarus is awesome. Call you Crabby, okay. I'm actually a Blue Moon or a Spotted Cow fan. Spotted Cow is awesome. That's a Wisconsin only beer. Anyhow, $15 pass line bet and this out. I think Spotted Cow is made by New Glarus, I think. That's out. Looking for a point. 437 on the come out. It's gonna be a primary hit. Pass line winner. Natural loser for the DP. 5423. 437. Staying with the $15 pass line, but let's go 5 small, 5 tall, 5 any craps. 5, 4, 2, 3. So you live what 10 miles? That is okay. Spotted Cow is a New Glarus beer, though, right? Greg, I think so. Beer, brats, cheese, and beer. No, pizza. You gotta put pizza as the main food group here. So it's. I will agree with the brats and beer though as well. Cheese are all food groups. That's how it's. Ace Deuce, Alfredo sauce, that helped me because I put the debt. Craps check. Ace Deuce, pass line loser. Winner for the DP. Still looking for a point here. So I made $20 on that. Let's drop another 5 on there. We'll bring the rest of it back to the rack. My pass line bet. All of our box numbers are still turned off. Yeah, I consider Spotted Cow a wheat beer. Even though you are right, it's Belgian style, but I consider it a wheat beer, which I really like. All that set. There's something. Joel's probably he's talking about coffee porter. He should be talking about potato beer. I thought. Six, 2, 8, Dursalite. So marking that point of 8. Okay, bets turn back on. And let's take that 8 down. Let's pick up the what should we do? Let's do 15 on that 10. Yeah, you gotta load up on Spotted Cow, Chris, because I do not believe they sell it outside of Wisconsin. That is a Wisconsin only beer. All the New Glarus ones are Wisconsin only, I believe. So, go ahead and hit goal. That's awesome. Old style, yeah, old style, old pile. We used to drink a lot of that growing up. Actually, Kingsbury is the beer I used to drink in college. Kingsbury. All that set and dice out. It's a cheap beer that really hits you the next day. But it tastes good when I was cold. Dice out. Two, 6, 8, winner 8. Right back at you guys. Okay. Should have picked it up in odds, is what I should have done, but it is what it is. 5, 4, 2, 3. 2, 6, 8. Puck turns off again. Nothing but points today. I thought they were only sold it in Wisconsin, though, Greg. I didn't know they would go to Illinois. I thought it was almost always Wisconsin. Yeah. New York got in trouble for that. It's a good beer. It really is. I'm not a beer person, but that is a good beer. 15-hour pass on bet. All of our box numbers are turned off. All bets set. And they sell it. Well, that was a little bit hard that time. 1, 6, 7 on the come out. So it's going to clear those ATS bets. 1, 6, 7 pass line winner. Come out natural loser for the DP. That was not a good throw, by the way, which shows in the result. Okay. So we're not going to go up on the ATS. We're just going to pocket that. Rack that, I should say. And all bets set. 39 people playing along here. That's so much. Six, 2, 8, back on that 8. There's all 8. So marking a point of 8. 5, 4, 2, 3, 6, 2, 8. I don't know, Glenn. If people can drive across to buy it, you are right. You are correct on that part. Northern Chicago. Yeah, we're seeing. I 100% agree with you on that, Greg. That probably was it. Sold for the southern Wisconsin cities. Because the border of Wisconsin is only about an hour, 45 minutes from Chicago. Anyhow. Enough of that. We are back on the 8. All of our bets are turned back on. We'll call that all bets set here and dice out. Sure. even stuff as far up as us is geared towards Chicago at times. Some of our condominiums and vacationing homes and all that stuff. It's a wild throw. 314 medium-sized Joe. Reps Master Journey. So that is a 4. Not a good throw again. Let's focus now. Matt Hatter's going focus, as I said. Sight. Okay. Yeah, Blue Moon is good. Blue Moon is very good. But I like both of them. Okay, all bets set. They saw it. Four, 2, 6. Holy cannoli, 4, 2, 6. Finally, a number that's not a point, as Joel says. Let's go to $30 on that 6. Interesting, very interesting here. I'm in a predicament, kind of. Let's see. I'll let you know after this next roll what I'm thinking. Go all bets set, and dice out. Dice did split apart on me. 6-1. Damn it. Okay, that's my predicament. So anyhow, that'll be the end of the rolls here today. If I would have had a hit there, that would have put me a goal for the day. It was my predicament. So I was thinking about regressing that last one. I should have. Every time that enters my head, that shit happens. But anyhow, we're down just a little bit. Not much for the day, but anyhow, let's look at our statistics here. Our SOR today is a 10.4. SRR is a 6.5. 3 come out 7s. We had a 3, 11, a 3, 13, 22, 53 point quality roll in that last one. So 8s were definitely dominant today. No 2s at all, no aces. And slightly the 6 there. Box numbers, inside numbers were high today. 4s and 10s are low. Come out 7s are high. Horns are low. Fields are low. Hardways are low as well. Looking at our dice roll results through last week, Friday, 1,729 throws puts our SOR at 10.79. SRR is at a 7.18, and our BSR is at 7.44. So anyhow, you are welcome there, David. Good morning. 1,200 hours. Glenn says came in for the last shooter, made goal. That's awesome. Red made a little bit, works for him, and Greg is up over 700. Rough start. It was kind of an up and down start, but we finished off pretty strong today. And it is the President's Day, so welcome everybody, and welcome. Have a good President's Day. But anyhow, I will be back tomorrow. My name is Joe. This is my Craps Master Dice Shooting Journey. Everybody have a great day. Be safe. Be prosperous.